Okay. So now I'm going to be taking you through multiplying the fractions and dividing the fractions. Let me just add some more blank pages, and we will therefore officially start with our lesson for today. Okay, maybe let's start with multiplying the fractions. Let's see, multiplying fractions. Multiplying fractions, yes. And then later, we will look into dividing the fractions. The steps are easy, the honorable member. You just need to make sure that if you've got a mixed number, you just convert it to improper fractions. And from there, you just simplify. That's you actually where you cross cancel. Otherwise, you cross cancel the top with the bottom, and then from there you multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, then you simplify. Let's get started so that you will have a sense of exactly what I'm talking about. So 1/8 that you multiplied with 4/7. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty much sure that by now you do know very well that in case if you've got a bigger number, let's say you don't have a calculator, or they say without the use of a calculator, or it is that type of a test where you need to write without a calculator. Do you know very well that, okay, 8 is the same as 2 multiplied by 4. Then you are multiplying 4/7. That 4/7, you can just leave it as it is because you know very well that you will just cancel it with that one. And in that way, it makes it very much easier for you to therefore continue to say, okay, I've got 1 at the top, and that 2 will have to multiply with that. Maybe just so that I'm being fair, 4 is the same as 4 multiplied by 1. Just so that as this 4 cancels with that 1, this 1 will therefore be multiplied with that 1. It becomes that 1 at the top over 2 times 7, it is the same as 14. So can you see, when it comes to multiplying the fractions, trust me when I say it's not that much complicated. It's only tricky when it comes to adding and subtracting the fractions. Okay, maybe let's look at the second example, whereby let's say we are having that is dividing that. Something of this nature, the honorable member. So now let's see, how can we work it out? If you want to, you can simplify by forcing that one to be a fraction. You will always divide it by 1 if you want to make it that much easier. So remember, this bigger number, let's try to break it down. It's like you're having 2 that is multiplying with that 3 over, not that type of a division sign. And then here you are having over 1 here. Think you can say 16 is the same as 2 times 8, isn't it? And where that will cancel with that, remember, that 2 there, it is the same as you having 1. That 1 multiplying with that 3 is the same as that 3. And then 1 multiplying that 8 is the same as 8. And that should be the end of it. So sometimes you don't need a calculator, the honorable member, as long as you've got someone like me who can explain it in the most simplest way. Then you always know what to do, where to start, and you always have a better understanding of what you are working towards. So let us say in this case, you are given that type of a number. Definitely, we know that this is a mixed number. This is multiplying 3 over, let's say 26 over there. Let's multiply by 1/9. Definitely, we do know very well that mixed number, we need to convert that times that. What will that be? What is 3 times that? Is it 12 that we plus it with that 1? It becomes 13/4. That has to multiply that 3. Maybe this 26. Can we not do something with that? 26, let's see. 26 divided by 2 we are having 13. Yes, why can't we just say it's the same as 2 that you multiplied by 13? And then here we multiply 1 over 9. 9, do we need to do something to 9? Maybe for now, let's just break it down into that times that, just so that at least we can have some things canceling each other. So now let's see, the 13 definitely will cancel with that 13. Looks like that 3 cancels with that 3. And then you remain with this one being 1. Remember, it's like that 1 is multiplying with that 1. It's multiplying with that 1. So if you've just cancelled something and nothing remains, just know that it is 1 that remains. Okay, then this part, remember, you still have your 4 that multiplies that multiplies that. So it is the 4 that multiplies the 2 that multiplies the 3. So you just multiply whatever that remains. So it's like you saying 2 times 3, which is 6, 6 times 4. It is therefore 24. That's why your final answer ends up being that 1 over 24. Very, very much important, the honorable member, that you pay maximum attention to all that I'm explaining. I am pretty much sure that you did understand all that I have explained. So now I'm therefore going to be taking you through dividing fractions. So let's see, dividing fractions. Yes, dividing fractions is exactly what I'm going to be taking you through. Okay, then it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So now let us see. Okay, example number 1. Let us say you are having 1 over 2 that is being divided by 1, let's say, over 3. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Something of this nature, the honorable member. Something of this nature. Okay, so you do know very well that here you just tip and times. That's all that you do, which means this 1 over 2, you just leave it as it is. Then the tip and times, it means you just multiply, and then the 3 goes to the top, 1 goes to the bottom. That's how easy it is. Therefore, that multiplying with that multiplying with that, where you end up having 3 over 2. And that is the end of it. Not that much complicated. Maybe let's look at a different example. We can therefore say, okay, let's see if we are having that which is dividing 1 as a whole number, 1 over 16. Okay, what do we do in this case? Let us say we are having that 1 over 4 tip and times. But before you can tip and times, you need to convert this mixed number into an improper fraction. So that means you will still be having your division there. That times that 16, you plus it by that. Definitely, it becomes that. Therefore, you will have that opportunity to now tip and times. The 16 goes to the top and the 17 comes your denominator. And then from there, you still have your 1 over 4, whereby you can say, okay, this one I'll break it down into 4 by 4, just so that at least I'm going to cancel because I don't have a calculator. That canceling with that, then you've got that one multiplying with that, which becomes 4. That is dividing that 17. And that becomes the end of it. 17 because here, because the 4 cancelled, you remained with 1. Once you've tipped, then you just multiply the numerator with the numerator, denominator with the denominator. And that should be the end of it. Okay, 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 okay. Let's look at another example. Maybe this time around, let's say we are having 1 over 3, where we need to divide, let's say 2 over 7. And again, let's divide 21 over 8. Okay, again, the honorable member, tip and times, but this time around you do it twice. Because you are having that 1 over 3, then you do that of 7 over 2, and then again, that one of 8 out of 21. Okay, these big numbers, can we not somehow break them down? For example, this one can break it into 2 times 4. We know that is 8. What about 21? 21, I think it's something like 7 that you multiply by what? By 3. Because if you multiply it by 2, it is 14. Yes, something of this nature. Then from there, you can enjoy cancelling. Say that 7 cancels with that, and then that 2 cancels with that. Then you end up having that one multiplying that 4, which becomes 4, and then you are having 3 multiplying the 3, which therefore ends up as 9. And that is the end of it. So can you see, the honorable member, you operate like a calculator. This is how a calculator operates. This is how the calculator operates, the honorable member. This is exactly how the calculator operates. It's just that it does that very fast. But also remember that it is you who input those numbers to give you those results. So now let's look at some questions which are meant to be complicated or difficult. Trust me when I say you are going to nicely understand everything that I'm going to be explaining. So let us say we are having 2 as a whole number. We are having 1 over 2 there, where we minus, let's say 7 out of 8, that we will multiply with 1 out of 21. Yes. Yes. Okay, then it's fine. Let's convert it to an improper fraction. That times that plus that, definitely it's going to be 5 over 2. I'm sure you know what I did, the honorable member. It is that multiplying that, it gives you 4. That 4, you add it with whatever numerator that you are having there. That's exactly what I've done. And you do it that same way for all the mixed numbers. This one already, it is in that format of a fraction. This one, that times that is 21. You plus it by that, it becomes 22 over 21. So you convert it from a mixed number to improper fraction. It is improper fraction because the numerator is now bigger than the denominator. That's how you work it out. Okay, so now you are having that 5 over 2 minus, BODMAS says you first deal with the ones that are multiplying each other. That's why I'm writing that exactly as it is. I will therefore have to deal decisively with this section of the multiplication. So you do it the same way we've been doing, where you can say, okay, I have 7. Let's say 22 is the same as what? Let's see, is it 12 out of 2? Yes, you can say 12 out of 2. Let me just check something here. Yes, you can say it is 12 multiplied by 2. Nope, it's not. That would be 24. Okay. 11. Yes, 11. Definitely 11. 11 times 2. That you divide 21. 21. Is it not 7 times 3? I think it is. Yes. I think it is. Looks like I forgot to divide that by 8. And let me just try to think of something. I'm just trying to think of something that times that it is that. Okay, then it's fine. We are having 5 over 2 minus, do we have some things which can cancel? It looks like that can cancel with that. What else? 8 is the same as 4 times 2. Let me just rewrite that as 4 times 2, just so that you will see as it cancels, which means it is that 2 that is cancelling with that over there. Then you end up having 11 divided by, what is that? 4 times 3, definitely that is 12. Yes, something of this nature, the honorable member. And then from there, you see now, it's back to where we started on our previous lesson, where we say now you will need to find your LCD. In this case, it looks like your LCD, it is 12. Then you are back to what we did previously, where you say we have 12. And then you are going to multiply that 12 by each fraction. Then minus, you are having that 12 that will have to multiply that and that. Remember what I said, that 12, you can write it as 4 times 2, so that you will therefore enjoy cancelling nicely. Remember, an assumption is that you are working out these things without you having a calculator. So to increase the accuracy, or to make sure that we are accurate in our calculations, we'll just break down all the bigger numbers. Then what is 4 times 5? Is it not 20? I think that is 20. That you'll have to multiply it by, but minus by, that cancelling with that, and then you are having 11 there. And then that you divide it by what? Is it being divided by 12? Hmm? Wait. It looks like 4 times 5. Yes, that is 20 there. And then there we are having that. Wait, let me quickly trace my steps here. To make sure that I did not make any mistake. Let's see. You see what I meant when I was saying this is meant to be something difficult. Okay, up to that point, of course, we have done it nicely and the same way we had to do it. So we said our LCD is what? Is 12. Yes, okay. Now we will therefore multiply each fraction by that 12. And then I did try it exactly as it is. Yes, that 12 is the same as 4 times, not 4 times 2. Yes, I think not that. But here it is supposed to be 6 years, just so that it remains as 12. Yes, it is supposed to be 6. Because I could see that actually something is wrong there. Something is wrong. Yes, you see now, it has to be 6 times that, whereby that cancels with that, and then that cancelling with that. It's like you are having 6 times 5. What is 6 times 5? Which is 30. Then you are having 30 where you need to minus 11. That is over that. And then what is that minus that? I think it is 20 minus 1. It's 19 out of 12. Yes. And that should be the end of it, Honorable. So can you see? Not an easy one. And at the same time, not a difficult one. It's just that it's a lengthy calculation, but definitely it is doable. Let's try look at some more problems. Okay, this time around, let's say we are having 1 over 5, where we minus 1 over 3, and this thing, let us divide it by 1 over 5, where we minus 1 over 3. Yes. Yes. Exactly that, the honorable member. Exactly that. It's what we are going to be looking at. So in this case, where are we going to start? Board mass. Board mass, it tells us to always go for where we are having the brackets. So that means inside this brackets, our LCD, definitely it is 15. 15, it is that first number or that lowest number whereby both the denominators can go in. The 3 can go into 15, even the 5 can go into the 15. Okay, then it's fine. From there, what are we going to do? We can therefore say, these other things, we write them exactly as they are. We still have divided by there. Now we just want to deal decisively with this thing, whereby the denominator there is 15. So that means that 15 will have to multiply that 1 over 5 minus that 15 again will have to multiply that 1 over 3. Everything else, it remains as it is. That is dividing. Let's see. Definitely, that 15, you can still write it as what? 3 times 5, whereby this is the same as that. And again, minusing, again, you can still do your 3 and 5 there, multiplying 1 over 3. Just remember that the whole of that is divided by 15. So now you are having 1 over 5, not a division there, but minusing 1 over 3, which is dividing. And then here you're having that, cancelling with that. You've got your 3 there, which will therefore minus, you're having that, cancelling with that times that, which is your 5. And that is being divided by your 15 there. Yes, something of this nature, the honorable member, but wait. I want to quickly verify there that I did not, yes, I've done everything correctly. So here, 1 over 5 minus 1 over 3, this is dividing. What is that? And that definitely, that will be negative 2 over 15. Yes, can you see? Okay, then it's fine. It's fine. What else are we having there? So we are having 1 over 5 minus 1 over 3. Remember, tip and times. That means you multiply. The 15 goes to the top. Remember that one goes as negative 2. Very, very much important, that part. So now you are having 1 over 5 where you need to minus, let's see, can we not again play around with this thing and say 15 is the same as that 5 that you multiplied by 3 divided by, remember you have negative 2 there. The reason why I did that is so that I can cancel those that cancel. So you see that 3, it will nicely cancel with that 1. So you have 1 times 5, which ends up being that 5 that you divide by. Remember this one goes as negative 2. So you will therefore now realize that actually that negative over there, dividing with that negative, it becomes a positive. Whether they are multiplying or dividing, it changes. So if, for example, it was 5, I mean a plus there, then because of that minus, it was going to change its sign to become a minus. So just be very, very careful of that, which means this is the same as 1 over 5 that you plus it by. Now it's 5 over 2. It looks like we will still need to find another LCD, the honorable member. So LCD here, it will therefore be 10. Trust me when I say LCD is 10. I think that one is clear. So can you see, we'll say 10, then that 10, it will therefore multiply that fraction that you'll have to plus it with. You are having that, then 5 over 2 over there. And then here now, again, you can still say 2 times 5 if you don't have your calculator, or they said you will have to do these things without the use of a calculator. So just so that at least you will just enjoy cancelling, you will therefore realize that this is actually a game of cancellations where that cancels with that, and you have 2 because it's 2 times that 1, that you plus it with this 2 cancelling with that times that, is it 50? 10 times 5, what's happening there? Wait. It definitely can't be 10 there, because the moment it's 10, it means it's 20. Yeah, no, these calculations, sometimes they can play with your mind. And I'm pretty much sure that you are just looking at the problems that I'm doing there, and you notice a mistake and you wonder, what happened there? Trust me, the honorable member, on my next step, as I work them out, I do verify with the previous step to check that indeed what I'm doing is exactly what I had to do. So I had to break the 10 into that times that and into that times that. So now it is actually 5 multiplying the 5, which therefore becomes what? What is 5 times 5? Is it 25? I think it's 25 that you will have to divide by 10. Yes. Therefore, what is 2 plus that? Definitely, that is 27 that you divided by the 10. And that should be the end of it. Okay. So now let's do this one more problem, an interesting one. Trust me when I say this one is interesting. You are having negative 10 over there, and that negative 10, it is dividing 1 over 2, where you minus 3 over 4. Okay, so what do we do here, the honorable member? What you are supposed to do here is to deal decisively with this section. But now to rewrite it nicely, this you can just write it as negative 10 divided by that 1 over 2 minus 3 over 4, so that you will therefore find your LCD there, of which your LCD for this one, it is 4. Your LCD, definitely, it is 4. Okay. So now, what are we going to do? Let's just deal decisively with this thing which is inside the brackets. Okay, so that means now we are having that negative 10 still divided by here. We do know very well that is our LCD. And then what are we going to do? We will multiply that with that first fraction minus, again, that same number, multiplying it by that 3 over 4. Okay, then you are still having your negative 10 there. That is dividing. So you see, this one, it's not that much. Okay, it's fine. Let's just do as we have been doing so that we don't lose momentum on that way. So this 1 of 4, we just write it as it is because we know that it will just cancel nicely with that 4. Okay, then we have our negative 10 there, divided by there, and then that 2 cancelling with that 2 times that 1 is 2, minus that cancelling with that, then you've got the 3 there, this is over that 4. Okay, then you've got your negative 10 there, that is divided. What is that and that? Definitely, it is negative 1 over 4. Yes, negative 1 over 4. So that means we are having that negative 10. We can still force it to be a fraction if we want to, which means we will therefore say over 1. And then what do we do? Tip and time. So that means the 4 goes to the top, and then that negative 1 goes to the bottom. It looks like here we end up having the negative cancelling with the negative, and then that times that, which is 40, then that times that, which is 1. So it's like 40 divided by 1, which is 40. And that is the end of it. I hope that part makes sense. What an interesting calculation, honorable member. What an interesting calculation. Okay, for that reason, the honorable member, I think I will leave it here and say until we meet. Okay. We meet. Okay.